Some more information is coming out about Celeste Rivas Hernandez and David.
My biggest question was, where was David in the month of May? If the car started moving around in late May all the way up until July 29th, where was he?
We may now have evidence that Celeste's family knew about her relationship with David and allowed it.
This new information made me freak because what happened with David is so insane. Celeste's family has finally made their move, and if what is emerging now is true, it might completely reshape how this entire story has been understood. If the new evidence is proven, David might be done for real, like completely. Not only internet canceled, but career over type done.
So apparently Celeste's family has been secretly meeting with a top Beverly Hills attorney. And not just any attorney, but the kind who only touches multi-million-dollar lawsuits and Hollywood scandals. So yeah, this isn't some random theory anymore. This is the kind of legal move that makes PR teams go dark and record labels sweat.
And what makes this even wilder, David has completely vanished from the spotlight. No posts, no comments, no appearances, just absolute silence online. Which, let's be real, looks sketchy. Like, if you're innocent, why disappear like the internet never existed? But that's not even what's got people losing their minds. Because right before those lawsuit rumors started spreading, guess who transferred 2 of his houses under his mother's name? That's right, David. 2 properties in Houston suddenly placed in a trust. It's giving preparation mode energy. Sure, you could argue it's just regular financial organization, maybe, but honestly, the timing couldn't look more calculated. Nobody's falling for that pure coincidence line anymore. You can't be neck deep in a massive controversy and start moving assets like you're filing taxes early. And truthfully, this situation has spiraled so far out of control that even his die-hard fans are quietly stepping back. Because when a family hires a powerhouse lawyer, the whole thing stops being social media drama. It turns into something real.
So let's talk about what this lawsuit really means and why everyone from fans to record labels is suddenly panicking. Because once you hear what's going on behind the scenes, you'll understand why people are saying this could be the end of David's career for good.
A new update regarding the case, and apparently police have footage of the driver that was the last person to drive the Tesla that the body was found in. They also have surveillance footage of Celeste Rivas Hernandez, the victim that was found in the car, entering a house that David was renting, and apparently she went in and they never saw her come out. This is also the same house that the Tesla was then driven from, where it was then parked and then towed and then found at the tow lot.
On Reddit, people found an address where David filmed many TikToks. After digging deeper, they matched videos and photos of him and Celeste in that same house. Same kitchen, same artwork, even the same bathroom.
On Reddit found this address where David is seen filming many TikToks, and after digging further, they found many videos and pictures of him at this house with Celeste. Like, this is the kitchen. This is his live stream with Celeste in the same kitchen. Here they're posing in front of a picture, and in the bathroom there's that same picture.
Now, here's the part everyone's whispering about, the lawsuit. Celeste's family has been quietly meeting with a top civil attorney in Beverly Hills. Not some random lawyer, a high-end entertainment attorney who's handled messy celebrity cases before. That means they're not just angry, they're ready. And honestly, I don't blame them. The family's been silent for months, watching the internet twist their daughter's story into theories and memes, while David vanished. No apology, no statement, just silence. That's why this legal move makes so much sense. They're not posting or ranting online. They're moving quietly. And when families move like that, it usually means one thing. They're building a case. And rumor has it, that case might not just be against David, but also his label, Darkroom, under Interscope Records. If they can prove the label knew something or ignored warning signs, that's negligence, a legal nightmare. Corporate lawyers start sweating when they hear that word. Sure, nothing's officially filed yet, but the timing, the silence, the sources, it's all lining up too perfectly. And this attorney, not the take your time type. If they're involved, something's already in motion. Once that lawsuit hits, it's over. Because in civil court, every text, email, and deleted message becomes fair game. This isn't cancel culture. This is accountability. What's even wilder? Celeste's family, the people who have every right to scream from the rooftops, still haven't said a word. No interviews, no Instagram posts, just silence. And that silence is loud. It feels strategic. Behind closed doors, they're reportedly working with investigators and digital forensics experts, the kind who can pull deleted data from phones and hard drives. Because when grieving mothers get lawyers and tech experts involved, it's over. Families like this don't just post, they strike.
My biggest question was, where was David in the month of May? If the car started moving around in late May all the way up until July 29th, where was he? Let's find out. I did a lot of research and I found every single public appearance that I can pinpoint his exact location on that day.
Meanwhile, where's David? The man's vanished. No posts, no interviews, no statements, just gone. And before anyone says, maybe it's a mental health break, let's be real. This isn't a normal social media detox. He didn't go offline to heal. He went offline because every time he spoke, things got worse. His silence makes him look suspicious. If you didn't do anything wrong, why disappear while a legal storm builds around you? And even his label hasn't said a single word. No PR, no statements, nothing. Which makes people wonder, did his team tell him to vanish, or did he do it himself? Either way, it's giving hiding behind lawyers. So what could this lawsuit actually do? If it moves forward, it could open everything. Devices, iCloud backups, deleted messages, internal emails, all of it. And there are already inconsistencies. The investigators said the last confirmed photo of Celeste was from January 2nd, but that date doesn't match other public statements. If discovery forces those files open, a lot of stories might not line up anymore. And if the label gets subpoenaed, it's not just David, it's the entire label under scrutiny. Contracts, internal chats, everything. All they need to prove is that people ignored warning signs, and that's enough to destroy reputations. If it turns out anyone at the label knew and looked away, that's game over. Labels have dropped artists for far less. And if negligence gets exposed, it won't just take down one artist, it could expose a whole system that protects bad behavior. Because let's be honest, the industry turns a blind eye when the money's good. And right now, you can already feel the label distancing itself. No statements, no support, nothing. Which usually means one thing: they're figuring out how to cut ties before he drags them down. Even the fans are over it. 6 months ago, people were defending him. Now, playlists are removing his tracks, fan pages are going private, and no one's streaming.
Not to mention, this house is 4 minutes from the LA home. He had this home at the same time he had the other home, so people are thinking its sole purpose was to hide Celeste. And mysteriously, at the beginning of this year, it went up for rent around the same time Celeste went missing. And just days before the private investigator came out and said that he knows who the last person is who drove David's Tesla, he posted this. He said, "You don't get answers unless you ask questions, so I'll ask, was it Neo?" Neo was a very close friend of David's. They were seen a lot together. So much so that they had a relationship that people speculated was more than just friends. But whether or not he was involved and to what extent remains unclear.
Tone has completely shifted. His silence isn't mysterious anymore. It's manipulative. People are tired of waiting, tired of guessing, tired of being disrespected. Because how do you support someone who refuses to speak up while a family's fighting for justice? You can't. At this point, the damage is done. Whether he's guilty or not, silence has already spoken louder than any statement could. So, what do you think? Can David ever come back from this? Or is this truly the end? Let me know in the comments. I read them all, even when they hurt. Thanks for watching and sitting through this with me. I know it's heavy, but this story matters, not just for Celeste's family, but for the entire industry. Stay tuned, because if this lawsuit goes public, everything's about to change.